Assume the gentleman from California, Mr. Issa, who is a sponsor of this bill.
The gentleman from California is recognized.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's been 8 years since this bill began being kicked around as a pilot. Some people would be less happy to announce it than I, but I'd like to find them. 8 years ago, when I began the dialogue with my colleagues, then the subcommittee ranking member, Mr. Berman, said, "Tell me more about this problem." And I told him from life experience of the problem of these very talented judges, magistrates and federal judges, who wanted to do a good job on patents, but it was almost always their first patent, and they lacked a support system to make it happen in both large and small districts. I told him how the Southern District of San Diego had found ways to try to improve the system, gleaning some additional expertise from one or two judges who preferred these cases over some others and who actually sought them out. I also told some of my fellow colleagues about the horror stories of a magistrate ascending to the bench, finding that what he got from each of the other members were all their patent cases, and suddenly he had a backlog of these, had to find out what a Markman hearing was, had to start getting into technical issues, one on electronics, another on biotech, another one on telecommunications. So over the years, we have all been educated well beyond that initial anecdotal example. Then Orrin Hatch, Chairman Hatch, was supportive. Now Chairman Leahy is supportive. All along the way, my classmate Adam Schiff has been supportive, along with both Chairman and Ranking Member at times, Howard Berman. Chairman Conyers has continued to be supportive and has helped me, along with Ranking Member Lamar Smith, vote this out early on in this Congress. But I have a special thanks for Chairman Leahy, who made sure this bill was pulled out of the Comprehensive Patent Reform Bill because its time truly had come to begin saying to judges throughout the throughout the country, that in fact we were going to help them help themselves be better at this. Although it's called Patent Pilot, over the years it has been expanded into the number of jurisdictions that it could be used in, to where it's become quite clear that this will be a challenge to be expanded countrywide in whatever format the study shows is best. I find that this Congress in its lame duck session has done a few good things. No surprise that this is one that I think is particularly good. Particularly good because, as Congressman Schiff just said, we are in fact dealing in the lame duck session with a problem that has been pervasive since before Congressman Schiff and I became members of this body 10 full years ago. So as I thank each of you for your passage of this bill, and with full confidence that this will become a broader consensus throughout the federal system, I also join with my friend and colleague, Adam Schiff, in saying that in the next Congress, in the early days, we must truly dedicate ourselves to comprehensive patent reform, to take each of the major issues that have been difficult and have Congress after Congress failed to become law, and find ways to resolve some or all of them for the good of the American people who find themselves spending $2, $3, or $8, or $10 million on what can often be a frivolous suit. So again, Mr. Poe, I thank you for yielding me the time. I ask all my colleagues to vote for this small but important change in patent law, and yield back the balance of my time.